My dear brothers and sisters, I'd just like to offer you a little meditation for Holy Thursday. I'm here in the Adoration Chapel at Holy Family, a place where day and night throughout the year people come to pray, to give thanks for the gift of the Holy Eucharist. We know it is on Holy Thursday evening that we recall the Last Supper, when Jesus instituted two great sacraments. The Holy Eucharist, when he took bread and wine and said, "This is my body, this is my blood," but then taking those disciples with all of their imperfections and all of their poverty and transforming them into his priests, through whom his grace comes into the world and through whom bread and wine now are changed into the body and blood of Christ. So Holy Thursday is a great day for the whole church and a great day for priests as well. So let's resolve to pray in thanksgiving for the gift of the Holy Eucharist, especially now that we're painfully deprived of the public celebration of Mass. Pray that we never take that for granted, that beautiful gift of bread from heaven. And pray for your priests. Pray that God makes them holy. Pray that God raises up many young men, generous in heart, to become priests, to serve the Lord in this beautiful way. And now, what to do at home? I'd like to offer a couple of thoughts for how you can spend Holy Thursday in reflecting with your family on this great mystery. The first thing, I encourage you to take the Bible and go and read any of the accounts of the Last Supper. But in particular, I'd like you to go to the Gospel of St. John. And though the Gospel of St. John does not actually have what we call the institution narrative, that is, speaking about those words of Jesus, "This is my body, this is my blood," the other three Gospels do, but John doesn't. You go, well, wait a minute, why doesn't John? Well, because in John chapter 6, he gives the great bread of life discourse. "I am the bread come down from heaven. Unless you eat my flesh and drink my blood, you will not have eternal life." So I'd encourage you to do two things in the Gospel of John. Go to chapter 6 and read the entire bread of life discourse. And then I'd like you to flip to the Last Supper and read about the Last Supper in John. And then following the account of the supper itself, we have these beautiful chapters that speak about what we call the high priestly prayer of Jesus. So I'd encourage you to read chapters 14, 15, and 16 and 17. So chapter 6 and then chapters 14 through 17 in the Gospel of John. That'd be a beautiful way for your family to reflect upon Holy Thursday. One of the things that you find in John's account of the Last Supper is, of course, the washing of the feet. A beautiful thing where Jesus humbles himself even further and shows that he's come as a servant. I love the liturgy of Holy Thursday where we have that reenacted. Sadly, this year, because of the crisis, the Vatican has waived that as part of the ceremony. There will be no washing of feet. Not even one person that's present with me. I can't wash any feet. And so that part of the symbolism goes away from the liturgy. But I'd like you to think about that at home. How do we have a servant's heart towards one another in our family? How do we have a servant's heart at work? How do we have a servant's heart in our parish? How do we have a servant's heart towards our neighbors? Think about that. And is it a servant's heart that's generous, or is it begrudging? Are we always complaining about the things that we have to do? Are we always thinking about the burdens? Are we thinking about the privilege it is to serve? Think about that. And then in gratitude for the gift of the Holy Eucharist, I'd encourage you to make a couple of resolutions. First, as soon as the public celebration of the sacraments returns, I'd like you to resolve, not only am I going to do the minimum, that is Sunday Mass, I am going to make it a point for the rest of my life to go one extra day to Mass. Pick a day, pick a time. I'm going to go one extra day because I don't ever want to take this for granted. I don't ever want to do just the minimum. I'm so grateful for this gift of Jesus' body and blood, truly, substantially present right here in the Eucharist. I am going to do something extra and go to daily Mass. Some of you might be able to have a schedule where we go to daily Mass every day. But at least, no matter how busy we are, take one extra day of the week and go to Mass. The second resolution that you could make a holy hour once a week. This is our adoration chapel. The only reason that it stays open is that there are people who are committed to every hour, night and day, to be here present before the Lord praying. Make a commitment, make a sacrifice to say, I can do that once a week. I can take an hour. I can commit. I can spend that time with Jesus, and again, help to resolve never to take this presence of Jesus in our midst for granted. I hope you have a beautiful, prayer-filled, graceful celebration of Holy Thursday in your home, and know that I am remembering you at the Holy Altar, and I look forward to the day that we can all together be joined around the Holy Altar again. God bless you.